Get ready, cause it's about time for you to speak your mind. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club.
Hey!
Hello!
It's the Super Secret Girls Club.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Happy Friday.
Girls and boys are welcome for this episode,
And pets.
especially the boys
Especially the dogs.
and the dogs.
There's one dog right here, sorry.
And the doggos.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed our first stream this morning. Yes, we were already live at some point today. We were streaming the live reaction to and discussion to the finale of Boys Season 3.
Yes.
Season 3.
Yeah, I don't know, Navi, have you seen it?
Not the finale.
Not yet.
I've not seen the finale. I've almost caught up. I was planning on watching it this morning, and then it's like, I don't want that to interrupt the Amazon. But yeah, it will be on
Yeah.
YouTube. It will get edited. It will get on YouTube. But
Yes.
yes, we did
Yes.
that today.
It was very nice.
It's been good test. It's been nice test that we've been
Yeah.
trying to run. So.
If you're really anxious and want to see it, the uncut will be on Patreon sooner.
Yes.
And then the edited reaction eventually will be available on our YouTube channel.
Hey, ayo.
But that's enough about the channel. How are you guys?
I'm doing good, actually.
bad.
It's been a fast week.
Yeah.
How's it
Yes.
been like?
I mean, we had Monday off.
Yeah, I thought yesterday was Wednesday for some reason. And
Yeah.
but it's been nice. We finally got some rain here in Indiana, which was much needed. It's been so hot. So this is really nice. And chilling, you know?
It's gonna make him a muggy. I've realized anytime I have Monday off, even though I like long weekend, it messes up my whole week.
Yes.
Like my routine is off. So I am happy that this week is done because I can't focus on anything because I'm 1 week off and then everything else looks weird.
One
I
day
just
off.
can't. 1 day off.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I feel your frustration, but at the same time, I have no complaints.
I'd rather have Friday off than Monday.
Me
that
too.
is also
Me
true.
too.
That is
Yeah.
also true.
Yeah.
Like I think that doesn't throw my week off as much, but like anytime Monday is off, I don't think I used it efficiently as I would have if Friday is off. That's just me.
Time is just flying, though. That's what
Yeah.
it feels like. Next week is the Miss Marvel finale, and I'm like, has it been 6 weeks?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Like, that feels so
Yeah.
weird. Because, like, now I tell time by TV. Normie. But it's just
Hashtag Normie Life.
hashtag Normie life. But it's just
Exactly.
crazy. Like, July is almost over, which means, like, I'm going to a wedding at the end of the month. My first
Dude,
time
July
being-
just started. Don't say that.
It's basically ending at the end of
It's
the month.
July 8th.
No, it's basically over for me. It feels like.
It's over.
It's over.
No, it's too soon.
It's over with that mindset, Rana.
I swear. But I'm going to be at my first time being a maid of honor at a wedding at the end of the month.
Are you
so-
nervous?
Yes, because I have now wrote my speech, and apparently I have to give this speech, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
you have to give a toast.
yeah, a toast speech. Yeah, I'm like, well, I have to be funny, but also like make somebody cry. Like if I don't see a tear,
The weight of the world is on your
it
shoulders.
really is. And I won't
Wait,
take
I
it.
didn't make anybody cry. You'll be fine.
No, I want to make somebody cry.
You
and-
called your sister out for being angry.
Yeah, you
and
did.
I had so much
You
to
did.
say. I was like, it's fine.
Dude, in her
so
wedding
funny.
speech, her sister, she was like, "Yeah, dude, good luck to your husband because you get angry and you're picky." And I'm
He
like,
needs to know.
I think he
needs
knows
to-
he's marrying her.
He needs to know what he's getting into.
funny.
I'm not kidding. When mom came up to me and first question was like, I'm glad she found someone. I really thought she will never find
Oh
anybody.
my god.
Like, this is hilarious that you're saying this because I feel like all three siblings have the same issue. So, like mom.
Yeah.
Um,
No, your sister was the first one to break
yeah.
free.
No, super. But literally, KB wrote a poem while his ride back, ride to the reception.
And it was so good.
It was really
so
good.
Yeah, he was like, don't say that. I was like, dude, it makes it even better that you wrote it literally 5 minutes before this. I was trying to write it when I was driving too. So you just wait till the end.
No.
So, Rans, are you more nervous about your sister's wedding, your friend's wedding, or about Normicon?
Oh my god, Normicon.
Normicon is a month away.
It is literally a month away, you guys. If you're out there, it's one of our favorite things to do, but it's also really nerve-wracking to do because you're setting up this like 3-day event basically for all these people to come together. They have expectations, so it's also like they just want to hang out with you, but you want to make this like a fun experience for everybody. Show them like, hey, this is you're here at Normicon. You know what I mean? We're gonna make this a memorable thing for you. So I'm on like I'm on the point now where I'm like, okay, we gotta order it, make sure everything's ordered. Let's just get it now. We're gonna be doing a walkthrough of the event space soon, so I'm really excited to see that. And just securing everything. But mostly I just hope everybody has a good time. That's all I want.
They will.
Yeah.
They will. I really
They're
will.
like, oh, I was expecting more. I'm like, no, what do you mean?
Are you excited though?
I'm so excited because like the first few Normicons we had were so much fun to meet everybody and hang out and play games, get to know each other more. And we even did like a movie reaction our first year together, right?
Yeah, that's
That was a
true.
lot of fun.
It
We
was a
have
lot
a
of fun.
surprise this year too for everybody. So
Yeah. No, it's always fun. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like I know, Katie, you put in a great event, and Runs, you will do great too. And I'm just excited to be because every time I'm just nervous and I don't know what's happening. So
Yeah.
I haven't been participating in like planning it out for the last 2 years, I think. So every time I'm there, I feel like one of the attendees. It's like, oh, so what are we doing next? What's happening next? Where are we going? Oh, we're going to this bar? Like, what's
nice.
But so I'm excited. I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat. I didn't see anyway, so I wasn't sure like if we were live or not. And now I'm out of the pop-up chat.
Oh,
so.
you can use the wheel.
Oh, is that it?
Down there, yeah.
Yeah.
Pop-up chat.
Clearly, I'm not being using this as often.
But if you're not coming to NormieCon this year, it's totally okay. We'll have it again next year, and every year it just gets better and better. And just to let you guys know, we will be trying to live stream like something out each day, so look out for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
You won't be missing. I mean, you will be missing out on a lot of fun, but we will still share some of that fun with you. We will be
Yeah.
live for like a discussion panel.
Discussion panel, and like we might be having like there is a cosplay contest, but
Hell
we might live stream that for
yes.
you. So a lot of fun.
Do you guys
things.
know what you're gonna do?
Not
Are you
yet.
cosplaying?
I think we all should have like
Yes.
whatever normies can should definitely get. We
I
will not
always
win
love
any
to cosplay.
prizes. We are not eligible for prizes, but we can.
I don't care about
We
prizes.
can
I just
join
want to
it.
be in a costume.
Are you gonna do a new or same one? I feel like I'm gonna do the same one from
I feel like I'm
Popcorn.
gonna do the same one too.
Yeah, if I can come up with a new one, sure. But I'm probably gonna end up doing the same
We'll
one.
see, because it's also really hot, the one that I have,
That's
Yeah.
true.
and it's gonna be like that of August.
Yeah, Ruby one? No, don't do that
Yeah.
one. You will die. You will die.
Well, Navi, it's been what 2 or 3 weeks being full time.
3
3 weeks?
I think.
Is this the end of the 3rd week?
Probably because Rana literally said the other
Yes,
day, I
sir.
was like, has it been a year? I was like, like month? I was like,
a month. Yeah, I was like, it's been a month.
I don't know.
right?
Has it been a month? I don't think it has been a month. It's been about 3 weeks. It's been interesting. I can see a lot the struggle that you guys been saying, like how with reacting, like there's never a time to do anything else. Because if you are reacting and you have an hour between, nothing gets done in an hour because either you're still from the hype of what just happened and you just want to take a break from the next one. And next thing you know, the time has gone before you
Yeah.
can sit down and do anything. It's been interesting. I've been enjoying just being in presence with people again and being
yeah.
able to leave the house and not being in the house. I was literally at the house, which I didn't mind. I like it.
Remote work is so awesome though.
It is, but my plants are dying, so that's the other thing. They are poor suffering. It's been fine. It's been good.
Yeah.
And sharing custody, my dog, my parents. So that's
Sharing custody. Oh my god.
that's been interesting
They
as
have
well.
the majority custody though.
Yeah.
Like, she's not gonna be your dog
It's not
anymore.
50-50. It's so sad. Like I
Yeah.
go now, it's like I feel like I'm getting her for the weekend.
Yeah.
And you have her for the weekdays. So
You're the secondary.
I'm secondary now. Yeah, I feel bad about it. I was like, but at the same time, my mom loves having her. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Your sister needs to give her a grandchild.
Yeah, that too. You
Well,
get it. But
What's
so-
been the most unexpected thing
What
that
about
you
here?
encountered since working full time?
It's there's few here and there that has been come up. I guess not really unexpected. I was expecting it. I just kind of was trying to be more observant of how everybody manages their day. Just the things that everybody have to do kind of help them relax. It's been interesting. Just like some things that I'm just not used to in my previous job. Just taking a break, multiple breaks,
Oh,
which I know are needed.
It's so needed here.
It's so needed, but it's been I don't know. And like if I'm working on my computer, I realize that I should not be here. If I'm really just reacting, then I can be here. It
Yeah.
helps. Then I can actually get work done. If not, then every time somebody comes back from the reaction
Yeah.
and they want to go outside, they're like, yeah, let me participate in what you're doing. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't need to participate in what they're doing in their break.
Yeah.
I guess I think it's been more unexpected for me to like trying to figure out how to manage my own schedule with all of this.
Yeah.
But beside that, not so much. I think I've known you guys for 7 years, right? Like we have been,
basically
more
since
than
the channel
7,
started,
exactly.
yeah.
And the channel has been gone for 7 years, so I have I know how everybody is to a certain extent, and I am glad that I haven't been in any of the fight yet with anybody. So, so I am happy
Normie's
with
fighting.
that.
No,
I know we've been
don't-
civil, so that's good.
We don't argue as much. Not argue. What's the word? We don't.
We are siblings, right? Who
Yeah,
get
we
on
don't
each other's
banter.
We
nerves.
bicker.
We
Yeah,
don't
we
bicker. Yeah, we
bicker.
don't bicker. That's
We
what
do.
I find- yeah.
We don't fight. We bicker.
We bicker,
But like,
yes.
it's like it's like your family. Sometimes they get on your nerves, but you don't like. You're just like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that day to happen because it's gonna be one of those
Stop.
things. I know.
Why are
It
you
will.
bringing this energy to
I know!
yourself?
I'm trying not to.
I don't fight with
but
anybody.
I see like
I
with my
think.
siblings, like sometimes like you annoy with something else, and it's easy to take it on
Yeah.
somebody that you know. So it's like I'm hoping I don't do that. I'm really hoping I don't do that.
Yeah.
Really
And
hoping.
it's how
gonna
you
suck.
perceive it and how you receive it. Everybody.
Yeah, but yeah, that's mostly been. I don't have anything crazy that happening. I don't know if people are watching us. I know people
Yeah,
are
I was
watching
gonna
us.
bring that up. We
Say
have
your
34
hi.
people
Yeah.
in here watching us live, and ain't nobody saying anything.
I think it's also because
Yeah.
we usually do
Why?
simultaneous cast on YouTube, and we do a YouTube update.
Oh,
we did it
guys.
this time.
Yeah, if
But I
you-
made a YouTube community post, so it's whatever.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But if you're watching us on YouTube, we are mostly monitoring chat on Twitch.
Yes.
Um,
but
No, I don't.
we are not.
I don't think
we are
we're-
not on YouTube.
We're not doing it on YouTube.
He's like,
Ignore what
sorry.
I just said.
Don't
Sorry.
say sorry. It's
Oh,
okay.
good boy.
No, just let them.
but-
They're taking it in.
Kitty,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
I-
assumed that there would be a lot of commotion in the chat due to the name of our podcast today.
One.
And for some reason, nobody's asking what is the significance of the mythical clitoris.
Were we able
We'll
to
come
put the
to
word
it.
clitoris in it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
it's in the name, but I don't know
Oh.
where he had to.
Yeah, it's in the name. It's Mythical Clitoris.
Clitoris.
Clitoris part 1. But
Oh.
I think they're just waiting for us to get to that part. But before we get there, Kitty, I know you're getting a tattoo.
Yes.
Is it this weekend? About what? Where?
You're stressing me out.
Why? I'm so curious.
So, I mean, yeah, me too. I
Did
don't.
your husband influence you?
Yeah.
It's
did he?
weird. So I am 33 years old and I don't have any tattoos, and I
That's not a
just
bad thing.
decided that I will get one, and just pop that cherry right off.
So what is the tattoo gonna be?
So it's gonna be a tattoo that says "Good Ancestor,"
Okay.
and I don't know what it's gonna look like or where I'm gonna put it yet. I'm trying to decide whether I should put it here or
Do you want it
on my
big
arm.
or small?
Smallish.
Okay.
Smallish.
And have you been stuck with this idea for some time
Like,
that
when
you're
did
okay
you
with
decide you
having it
want
on
to-
your
So-
body?
Yeah, so like I've always wanted a tattoo, but I was never able to make the mental commitment of like something that's significant to me
Yeah.
so much that I want it on my body forever.
Gotcha.
And
Fair enough.
Then so the Good Ancestor comes from this podcast that I listened to that really like spoke to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it was basically about how it was about a lot about like environmental science and like what we're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And then there was this one guy that was being interviewed, and his mantra was basically that you need to live as a good ancestor for your future generations. So your legacy basically should be as little as possible.
Yeah.
sense.
You should just be insignificant. Nobody should remember, like the true opposite of like, what your ego wants you to leave behind.
Yeah.
It's just like you are leaving this permanent stamp on this world, but what you should really aspire to do is to just be a good ancestor for the future generations, so that like
They can
they can actually have fucking water
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
and food. So it really spoke to me. It resonated with me.
Oh, wow,
And
yeah.
I think if I just put it on my body, I will actually live by that mantra. So
Oh, that makes sense. That's actually really good. Yeah. You should write your own. Have your own handwriting. Like
I tried,
Yeah.
and it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I guess artists can draw. I wish I had written one of mine. I mean, it turned out fine, but
Yeah.
I think the next one I will try to like do it on my own.
Write it maybe in your language.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
It doesn't look
doesn't
good?
roll off the tongue as well.
Fair.
Bakter is asking if this stream is there for work. It is.
Should be.
It is. It's going to be very enlightening and educational.
All right.
I hope.
You want to explain what the mythical clitoris is?
Mythical clitoris. Let's talk about it. Do you guys remember what was the first reason ever in this company we named Mythical Clitoris?
It was our show, our TV
Yes.
show, right?
Yeah.
Rana, do you want to tell more about it?
Oh, I don't. Honestly, this was such a long time ago.
Yeah, I think
Everybody
it was.
was like making like episode, like we all had like whoever could, but like Marketa and Serge, Chris, Mickey, even Pat, I think,
Yeah.
wrote episodes about like if you watch like Broad City, how they have like little bits of like episodes and they wrote themselves and all that. We try to have our own internet show, basically, our TV show, and we filmed one episode, which it was interesting, but
Was it episode or trailer?
No,
trailer.
it was. Yeah,
I don't know.
it was okay. So we
I think it
went.
was an episode.
I think that was when we went to Detroit for the
Forbes.
Forbes conference, and we were like pitching this idea to like investors, and
We didn't really have business plan or anything on it.
it was poorly planned and executed on all sides. But you know what? We had a video that came off of it, and it was like a very like as cringy as The Office, and more.
More. Way more.
But we're still proud of it, and we called it the mythical clitoris because it never actually came to fruition.
Yeah.
Because
We
people
still
don't
have-
know clitoris exists.
We still have those scripts, we have the know-how, but then you get there and you're just like, where the fuck is it?
Dude, I remember
video?
because at that point I was like, okay, I will project manage it. Like we will have meetings. We were having weekly meetings, and then nothing was coming out of it. And I was like, yep, this mythical is gonna
It's
stay
gonna be mythical forever.
mythical.
It's a lot of work to make like I have a lot of like just like respect for the creators of Broad City and the creator of what's her show called? We saw her at Patreon.
Oh shit, what's her name?
Ira,
oh my
Ira,
God.
Ezra Ray, Ezra.
Oh,
God,
Issa Rae.
Issa
Sorry.
Rae, yeah.
Oh, it's
What's
we
her-
guys saw. Oh yeah, from the show. Yeah.
What's her show called?
Insecure.
Insecure. It's so good.
That
I
was
watched
like
it
so
in
like
season.
all these ladies they had like and like just creators had internet shows that came to life and then HBO and Comedy Central
Picked
and all
them
those
up.
people
Yeah.
picked them up.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted.
I know, but the only thing with us is like
One
we
can dream.
we filled up. We have time so much on reactions. That's hard to find time to do all that. But
Would you guys be okay with us not watching TV anymore?
Oh.
Oh yeah,
We have
Would
to.
you guys? Cinderista 420. Have any of you watched FX Millennial romantic comedy? You Are the Worst.
I
It's
love
about cynical
that show.
hookup culture and what happens when two incredible toxic people fall in your best friend's sister's ex. What? At her wedding, the lead is Aya Cash from The Boys.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
No.
Who's
this
Aya
show-
Cash from The Boys?
Stormfront.
Oh.
So no, I actually watched. I like binged this show. This was
Really?
like 7-8 seasons. I could not freaking stop watching this show. It's called You
Oh
Are the
my
Worst.
God.
It's like
Where do you find it?
It's on FX.
Where's FX?
Oh god, I guess you
Amazon?
know, Hulu. You can watch on Hulu.
Okay.
So like, it's just I don't want to get into the show. I just want you guys to watch it. But like, that's where before she was Stormfront, that's where I knew her from.
Gotcha.
And my god, this show just gets better
That's
and
insane.
better and better and just so good.
Yeah, I bet.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
All right.
Well, so this show is not this episode of our podcast is not about the mythical show we were trying to make. It's also not about forgetting Sarah Marshall. It's going to be our discussion about recent findings we had internally in the company and realizing that boys don't know shit about female anatomy.
It's so funny.
So I figured that maybe this is like a
Good time.
how do you say, like
Topical.
men
Topical,
need
topical.
to know.
Men
Need to know.
Men need to
So I
know.
hope there are men in the audience because we're gonna talk about, you know, the mythical stuff that happen in women's bodies.
It's very phenomenal.
And hopefully enlighten you and help you understand.
Yeah, educational podcast per se.
We won't be showing you where the clitoris is, but
Oh my god, I don't have a map here for you. I'm
we will
sorry.
talk about
Live demonstration.
we'll talk about, you know, female anatomy, we'll talk about periods, we'll talk about reproductive rights, and you know, all that. It's topical because it's under attack, and we're going to talk about that too. And speaking of that, how do you guys feel about living at a time like this? Because this is like historic.
Yeah.
Like, how does this make you feel?
It's odd. I mean, you know what's sad? Like, we went to the protest a couple of weeks ago when it got overturned in a city. They had a protest, so we went. And I've seen this sign on the internet, but this sign specifically, like, I can't believe I'm still protesting this shit.
Yeah.
And it just made me like tear up. I was like, I cannot believe that we're still protesting this shit. Like, why are we still? And I understand why, but it just, you know, it feels exhausting. It just feels exhausting, and I can't believe we're still here. It makes me even more scared for people who have seen *Handmaid's Tale*. Like, it makes me that scared of just knowing that that is possibility, and how easily people adapt, and how many women also believe that pro-life is over pro-choice.
Interviews.
You know, that's I think what scares me. It's not like it's just men. It scares me that it's also loud voice female, and that's how *Handmaid's* started. The *Handmaid's Tale*, the reason all that happened because it was woman's idea, and then it went downhill. And that's what like scares me the most, because it has to be the woman who have to sell this idea, right? Like, if it's all male and we have all females on one side, we can totally, like, who are you to say that? But if like there's some females also believe in it, they're like, yeah, so then you must be wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I am scared, exhausted, just at the same time not surprised.
Right.
I'm just
Right.
like, I wish, like, I want to say I'm like not surprised, but like in a way too, I'm like, good God, dudes, it's like, how more progressive can we get? Like, look at the stuff that we've achieved. Why are we going backwards, kind of thing? Why is my body such a subject for this whole world to like be involved in? Like, I'm just like, I actually am a little surprised. Like, this is a thing now.
You know, like since personally for myself, since I came to the United States, I've been always confused by the like just the contradictions that people live in. Because especially the people proposing this are also very patriotic. They are all like, America is the best country in the world and freedom and blah, blah, blah. But like, is it freedom when you tell other people what to do? Isn't it like the antithesis of freedom? Why are you supporting this?
Yeah. And at the same time, they don't want to wear masks because it's their choice.
Exactly.
Oh my God! So
it's
I
like total contradiction.
So I saw this interview with this woman.
Yeah.
They're like, first they asked her a question, like, so are you vaccinated? She's like, no, I'm not gonna let the government control my body. I'm not gonna let them tell me what to put in my body. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, fuck no, kind of thing. And then they're like, well, how do you feel about like what's happening with like them telling how to control women and stuff? They're like, well, it's gonna be contradicting, but I actually support that. Like, it's like,
It
I'm
makes
like,
no sense.
why?
And
It's
you know
so
what?
shocking.
The other thing that annoys me, because like their argument is that the child has right? That unborn baby has a right, but I cannot take life insurance on that baby, right? Like, I cannot deduct that baby on my taxes. Like, it's not dependent. Like, so that if that baby is alive, has the rights over the mother, then how come I cannot deduct that kid from my taxes?
It's
It's not. Contradiction. I'm so sorry. I'm like, that's
so like the
furious about
trickling
this.
things that happened since this has happened is like insane to me. So like a 10-year-old getting pregnant,
Yeah.
and, like, having to come to Indiana for an abortion.
Indiana.
Our fucking state, number one. And then another one. What was it? This woman, she like was like I just found out I was pregnant, and like I was gonna go, and my baby's defected, and I chose to like terminate it, and she. Literally, when the Wade versus Roe thing got approved, she's like, she couldn't go to the doctor anymore. She was like, I thought I was gonna get like, this baby, save both our lives in a way, but now I have to have this ill baby bring into this world because I'm being forced to. It's not my choice. I'm like, God damn, that should be your choice. Like, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's like for non-viable pregnancies especially, it's just so inhumane to force the woman to bring go on and like have labor and go through that process, because a lot of those babies are actually like wanted babies. And then when you get the news that it's just not going to happen for both of you, like, you know, it's like one of them's got to go, and then like they don't even let you make the choice that what is the right choice for you to make, is maybe you also have fucking kids at home already. You know what I mean? And you're just like, oh no, you're just gonna have to see what happens. Like, you know, maybe you'll die.
And forcing them to have this, you know, quote unquote ill baby, or I don't know how to describe it, or like baby that's not like meant for whatever.
Sick. Yeah,
but basically forcing them. So these people are saying, no, we value their life no matter what they you know are wrong with them. But then when they're born, are you there to help me with the bills, medical bills, and help me with all the support that I need, or I need to go to work? Are you gonna help me take care of this child at home? Like, what's happening? Like, there's just so much like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think the one thing I was really genuinely surprised about, like, it's just the idea that you can't have abortion when it's medically needed, right? Yeah. Like, abortion of like unwanted pregnancy, like that's been a fight, a big time it's been a fight. But the idea that you can't even have that if it's literally gonna kill the mom, or it's an incest.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know, like I was really surprised that those provisions weren't left. Like, you know, we can make those two distinctions, but just saying that abortion is banned, period, not understanding like it is literally gonna kill women.
But this is the thing with like the pro-life people, and by the way, I fucking hate that term because it makes
it's not
the other side think like they're anti-life,
and
that's just wrong, because pro-choice is actually pro-life, and that is something that I wanted to say in this podcast.
It's the same thing.
Yes, like being pro-choice is actually being pro-life.
Yeah,
because you're trying to preserve the life that is viable, that exists.
Who pay taxes?
Pro-choice,
like, save them.
Pro-life is just pro-abuse. It's pro-control. It's pro all these things that are so anti-American. You know, in theory, I mean, practice is a different story, but here we are now, and this is happening.
It's just like mind-boggling.
I think it's the other contradiction, because it came out, you know, like clearly that people want this to have more white lives. But the thing what's going to end up happening is there's going to be more brown kids, because like minorities are the one we don't have that many means. It's like they're the one who probably wanted these because like financially they cannot either support the kid or whatever the reason is. But you're not gonna just, you know, have like, oh, we're not gonna have brown kids, we're gonna have more of white kids. There's no data around it. Like just having that as a theory, it's awful. I don't understand why
there's no logic to it.
There's no logic
but
to
it's
it.
great for virtue signaling and getting cheap votes of uneducated people, and people do it.
If you guys watch
and
the
other
Boys
people
finale.
fall for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of uneducated people, let's talk about some of the recent gold that came out of the boys' mouth.
Oh my God.
So Rana, why don't you start and share with us?
God, can I play some like the first 2 lines of this video? I don't know if anybody would hear it though. It's so funny.
Do you have it pulled up?
I do actually. So we were in a Lucifer reaction, and Mickey, and it was me, Mickey, and Spidey, and something about like how babies are made came up, and Mickey and Spidey were completely. I was just so shocked how off they were, and Dameron just sitting there shaking his head. Oh my! Like Dameron's just like embarrassed on behalf of all men. Basically, he's like. I was like, it's just so funny. I'm like, and I was like, please stop talking. Please stop talking.
Stop. What are you doing?
Basically, I'm going to try to return it. It's so funny. Oh my God. I'm going to try to put it by my microphone here.
Cash is here, Pat.
But he wants to hear this, I think. Oh.
When you have twins, is it because 2 sperms penetrate?
No, sir. No, it's not because it's don't say yes and agree with him.
Well, it's because 2 sperm got there at the same time.
No! What?
Is that not what
Are you guys both being serious right now?
How do you think twins happen?
So then, basically...
Watch Lucifer.
You see Mickey's face. Anyway, it was really funny. So basically, the boys think that like twins are made when identical twins are made when two sperms arrive at the same time. And like just like take over a woman's body kind of thing or something.
They can
They're just like, oh my god, having baby, we're all gonna look alike.
So they think like regardless how many sperms they have, they all look the same.
They're like, yeah, the sperms will arrive and like
And they're gonna look the same.
So then I had to explain to them that identical twins is when one egg and one sperm come together, and then like that egg divides off, and that's how you're identical. Fraternal twins, it's two separate eggs, and yes, two separate sperms, but like it takes a battle for the sperms to get up there, dude.
And that's why there's difference between fraternal and twin.
They just thought like it was a whole thing together. It's on our Lucifer reaction in season 6 somewhere, but yeah, it's just so funny.
There is a skit potential.
Oh yeah.
Just two guys in like all white outfits arrive at a giant egg, like, bro, you want to do this together, bro? Bro, let's do it together. Just hold hands and just smash into the.
They're like, why don't we look the same? I wonder why don't you? Because you guys two look different.
And he's like agreeing with each other, so he's like, yeah. I'm like, no, why are you immediately like agreeing? Dude, just wait just 5 seconds. Let me just talk to you guys.
Oh my god.
So Chelsea, our editor, messaged me too. She's like, hey, take a picture of yourself in a white lab coat. I'm doing something. I'm like,
yeah.
It was so funny. But I love the boys. We all learn from each other, so.
Johnny Blue with sperm isn't allowed by auto mod. I wish there was a mod sitting there. I'm a judge. So quadruplets is when 4 sperms go into 1 egg.
Yeah, 1 sperm, 4, and then that egg splits into 4. It was so funny, dude. Like, they're all like, yeah. Poor Dameron, though. He was like just sitting there so embarrassed. I love you, Dameron.
It's a great reaction, so you guys should definitely check it out. Is it available on YouTube yet?
It is on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
I think.
There you go.
I can't believe that. We should have had like boys and have them ask us questions.
Oh,
we will do this part 2.
There's gonna be part 2, yes.
Oh, part 2 is gonna be amazing because.
Yeah, have them like ask us any questions. Hey, boys, if you guys are in the chat and there's something you don't understand, please ask us.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Do you want to tell your fun story of our Christopher Johnson?
Recently, I have become aware that my husband thinks that if women drink more milk, they'll be able to have more milk for their babies. And I think he was joking. But
I hope so.
When it came out, I was just like, what?
That's how we get milk to our babies, duh.
And why do you think there's formula shortage? You think women can just guzzle cow milk and then just transform it into baby
just
food?
a tool to like.
You think we are fucking factories for
like we would just pour the milk immediately to the bottle and start guzzling it ourselves.
That's why that's why cows drink milk.
Right.
Oh yeah.
To make more milk.
Milk is just like
it's a closed loop.
Makes perfect sense.
Do you guys know how milk is produced though?
What?
Do you guys know how milk is produced?
Through like insemination.
Yeah, I thought you said how normies are produced.
No,
It's like I don't know.
No. Also insemination.
Yeah.
Dude, the woman's body and like when you actually like start breastfeeding and having like milk in your body, if you hear a baby crying sometimes it can like trigger like milk.
Oh, the condition it?
Like,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Or
know
like
that.
I'm not gonna say which friend because I just feel like everyone should know this stuff about breast milk. She was like away from her baby, and she was cutting her off, basically like stop breastfeeding. So she didn't have a machine with her or anything. We were on vacation somewhere, and then like her and her husband were getting it on, and when she got excited, milk just quit squirting everywhere. She had to go to the bathroom tub. She had to go to the bathroom tub to like relieve herself.
Oh, that
But that's the shit I'm just saying that's the shit women have to go through.
Yeah.
Like
That's so funny.
You get chapped nipples when the babies like suck on you. I'm sorry, I'm going too far.
I mean, no. This is the reality.
Like people, you have to like put like that like stuff to make your nipples feel better because they bite and like get dry or like milk can curdle in you. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get hard lumps and ugh.
Yeah, like if you drink before and you have to like milk it, if you don't milk it on time, it gets painful.
Yeah, being a woman is hard, y'all. So if you have a sister, or mother, or wife, future fiance, something, just know this shit.
Yeah, because it will happen.
Kiss them on the cheek.
Yeah.
Life is hard.
Yeah.
Have you
I've heard anything stupid. I'm pretty sure I've heard a lot of stupid things, mostly around here. I think that's been the more unexpected thing. Like sometimes Pat will say something and we'll all be like, are you trolling? Like, is that a thing? I don't remember anything specifically, but I usually watch a lot of those videos where people go around on the street and asking people like what you think it. And the one that I watched recently was like, can you pinpoint what clitoris is? And that mythical clitoris, it's surprising to see like how I think about like 60 to 70% people did not know what clitoris was.
Yes, no, I believe
And
that.
I was sad and like it was funny because some people pointed out very stupid things. It's like, do you know what that means?
But I mean, there are many men who still do not believe that female orgasm is a thing.
Which is shocking to me.
So-
Yeah.
That means that you suck, bro.
No, that means he don't suck.
No, he's like, can't give to us.
Yeah, that too.
Literally.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? You know what's shocking to me, and I feel like not everybody knows this, but like, you don't have to, like, when you lose your virginity as a female,
Yeah.
you don't have to necessarily, have blood down there. kind of
Yeah.
thing. That's like one thing I found out that men or automatically assume like, oh, why aren't you bleeding? Like, oh, you're not virgin.
Yeah.
You a hoe? You a hoe? You're not virgin? Sorry,
Yeah.
you don't always have to bleed. Oh, like when a girl rides a
I didn't
bicycle or like, rides a horse or something, like when you're a kid, it can just,
Right? It has nothing to
It
do with
happened to me as a
anything.
kid.
Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah, no, I wish I'd remember anything stupid. Yeah, I thought about it. I like looked up articles, like maybe that will jog my memory. And then I just went in this rabbit hole of people learning, like essentially hearing other guys say stupid stuff. And it's like, I can't believe the things that people have said. There's one that like really killed me. It was like, there was a sex education class and the guy asked like, don't the female know when they like ovulating? Like, isn't there like a draft? Like, what do you mean?
draft?
Like, yeah, the draft when the egg drops. And I just died. I was like, what do you think the egg is? Like, we're not chicken. That the egg drops and there's a draft. Like,
Oh my
you don't feel the egg. It's not a. You barely. Again, egg is just a cell. It's just called egg, but it's not an egg like a chicken. It doesn't drop. Like you barely feel it. But yeah, that.
That's what Cardi B said when she said make it drop.
Make it
No,
drop.
That's what she was referring to.
I can't believe
It all
actually
make
think we
drop
have
all
eggs.
those eggs. Oh my god.
It's
Imagine-
all coming together.
I'm a judge. Are all periods the same?
No.
I don't know.
No,
like
they're
what you mean?
not.
Like the
No,
length?
absolutely
The kind?
not.
The pain. Okay, every female's like period is.
I guess
so
we'll get to
different.
that too.
Like the
but-
pain, the day's length, the flowness.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, some women bleed more, some women bleed less, some women have a lot of pain, some women have a more like an emotional like wind whirl because their hormones are off the charts. We are going to actually talk about periods more in the second part of the Mythical Clitoris podcast. We are also going to have a prequel to that podcast in between this podcast and the next,
Yes.
where and you'll be able to see that on our Patreon if you really want to. But we bought a little Tons machine, and we are going to
Give the boys
crank
some
it.
fun.
and place it on a boy's what is this area?
Abdomen.
Like a lower abdomen.
Yeah.
And we will ask them to do regular things like chores and.
It'll never be the same though. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fudge.
Which
I'm prepared the camera for reaction.
I know. I
don't care.
am so happy for them to try this because that hopefully this will give them insight of what their loved ones go through because everybody has a female in their life,
Exactly.
like in some shape and form. So
I make it known I have my
Yeah.
period here at the office because it actually hurts and I'm dying. And they're like, oh, Orange has her period again. I'm like, no, I'm actually fucking dying.
yeah.
I'm actually dying.
So I actually I had a terrible period pain since like first of all when like my period started it was extremely irregular. Like I had my period and then I didn't have period for like 6 months.
The fudge.
And then I just died.
Yeah.
And then like 3 months later I had my third like after that like I had my another period and I died.
Yeah, I feel that.
And like then it finally became regular, but because my mom was scared that like something's wrong with me, it was completely normal because I was still very young.
Yeah.
And like the cycle usually just fixes itself eventually, but she was worried, so she took me to OBGYN for my first visit. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
And I got prescribed the pill. And the pill fixed my period.
Regular.
It also got rid of the pain. By the way, one of the times that I was really, really in pain, I was so pale and I passed out in school. At school, I passed on the stairs and I fell and I hurt myself badly. And the doctor, my teacher actually called the ambulance.
Oh my God.
Because she couldn't reach my parents and she was freaking out. Because
Yeah.
she thought I literally had a concussion because I fell off the stairs because of my
Sense.
period pain.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's real shit.
That's
So-
insane.
So that happened. But anyway, the pill actually helped me a lot to just moderate the amount of pain I feel when I'm on my period.
I heard that from a lot of people, like using
It
the
does.
pill as a way to like moderate their pain because like it's just
Yeah.
Somebody asked the woman can I'm a judge, like women can handle way more pain than men.
For sure.
That doesn't mean that
I think
if we can avoid it.
No,
exactly.
agree.
I think what's happened is like we are just so conditioned to it that we like, you know, if you keep feeling pain, eventually your body will get conditioned, adapted to it. But that doesn't mean you don't feel pain, but you can do. It looks like you can manage work without being like in crawled up because you know you have to get through life. You still have to continue doing what you're doing.
It's horrible.
But that doesn't mean it's not painful. It's just we are conditioned to it. Like it's like every time I get my eyebrows threaded, it hurt like hell when the first time I got it. But now it's like I don't feel shit until like they get one spa, but you know it got adapted. Like it's a regular thing that you do it, and then eventually like all right,
Yeah.
it was
Waxes
fine.
will never be fine.
But periods are different because like I never got like horrible cramps. I think I only got cramps like a few times in my life in the beginning. I don't know what happened. I just never did. And I really thought there was something wrong with me. I was like, why am I not getting cramps? Like, am I just bleeding and there's no egg? Like, is that why there is like something wrong?
Oh my God.
But I think eventually you're talking to OBYG and it's like, it's fine. Like sometimes it comes and go, but it really, everybody's periods are different. Some last longer, some so slower.
I remember when I
everything
first
else.
got my period, like in my teenage years, one time like it skipped a month or something, and I was convinced I was pregnant, even though like I was like 14, 15. Like,
You never had sex?
No! I was convinced I was pregnant, and I'm like, Mom, I haven't got my period.
Miracle.
The miracle baby that Jesus is born.
I'm so stupid, dude.
I mean, dude, it's
I
scary.
thought I was
Yeah.
pregnant, legit.
They don't talk about that stuff.
I mean, too,
It's
like
scary.
when like I first had sex when I was 17, like I was convinced I was pregnant because like I was literally like 1 day late, less than
Oh
a day
my
late,
God.
literally, and I was just like, I'm fucking pregnant.
It's fucking terrifying.
And the worst part is you stress. If you stress more, it makes it even more late.
It
Then
delays.
you're more stressed, and then you're like, shit, now I am pregnant.
Yeah.
And then all you have to do is just wait. Dude, I had a horrible scare because I was stressing so hard and I was so late. Like I did so many tests and it's like they're all negative. It's like, no, I'm just I wasn't pregnant.
We have an interesting message in the chat from Que PL who says that Spain recently passed a law that gives women medical leave if they have a bad period.
God damn it, where's
wow.
mine? I am the worst.
Here we are banning abortion.
Right. I really hope that's true. Oh, it's a proposed law. Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying that. I do hope that passes because it
God,
really
it's so important.
it really matters, and it's not. I know that like a naysayer would say this is unfair because like other people. I'm like, no, you don't want this pain. Just give us a day, 1 day.
I only my period pain is
I'll
only
still
one
get
day.
all of my work done. Just give me a day to fucking zen myself. Anyway,
periods, man.
one thing I actually wanted to talk about in this podcast, because period, again, this is going to be a whole topic
Whole
of the
topic.
next podcast. But I wanted to talk about contraceptives. And I talked about a little bit about the pill and how it helped me.
Yeah.
Did not help me.
I'm currently still on contraception, but it's not a pill, it's something else. I have
What are you on?
Your patch, where is it?
I'm on my period right now, so I don't have it.
Oh.
But yeah, I have this like patch that's like filled with hormones, and I put it either on my arm, on like on my butt, or my like front, my like lower abdomen.
Does it matter where
Those
it
are
goes?
the like it has to be next to like a gland.
Oh, gotcha.
So those are the places, and it's good. it's fine. I had problems with the pill because I had to take it every day, and I usually forgot a lot, so that was scary.
Yeah.
And I also didn't really like having to use pills because it gave me some undesired side effects. Like I was really moody and I got depressed at some point. And
How did you know it was
just-
pill?
because I stopped taking it,
Oh,
and I
okay.
was
So
fine.
gotcha.
And it was just I know some of my friends had like a lot of skin like rashes and acne.
Oh, wow.
When they had the
Acne,
pill.
yeah.
And then like there's also like some kind of pills that actually help with acne, but it's just different pills have different side effects.
Did you try anything else? Is this your second kind of
Yeah.
butt control that you start trying?
Yeah.
And how often do you have to wear every day? Separate patch or is it one patch for a month?
No, it's 1 week.
One a
So
week,
I
okay.
have 3 patches for the month,
Gotcha.
and then the 4th week I bleed.
So you don't have to. Does that
I'm
regulate it
actively
too?
bleeding right now.
Actually, so it regulates it too. It's like once that 3 weeks are done, you know for sure you're gonna get your period on the 4th week.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense. Okay. I started off with birth control pill in college. After I don't know, talking to it, it was fine. I did realize that it reduced my like
Sex
desire to be a sex drive.
Oh, yeah.
Which like it was like, okay, I'm taking this so I don't get pregnant, but like I guess abstinent is one way to not get pregnant too. Like it was not gonna have sex. Like
so funny.
then there's no point of pill.
Yeah.
Pill freaked me out because you had to take it every day at a specific time. There was like only a small window that you can take it, and every time I missed that window, then I have to be on the full week before it starts working again, and I couldn't do it. I think I did it for a couple of years. I just have to stop it. Then I tried the injection. The injection is like you take it. It's every 3 months. You get that.
It's in your arm, right?
It's in your
Yeah.
arm. You get it every 3 months. For that one, I was told that in first your period is gonna be irregular and then it will stop. But I bleeded like for months.
Fuck that shit.
I already
Fuck
have a
that.
low blood level. Like I'm already anemic, so it's like I cannot do this. And I think after like I didn't do the third. I think I did it for like 6 months. Like I had 2 shots, and the third one was like I'm gonna stop because it's not stopping.
You had a
And
period for like 6 months, dude.
no, I think 2 to 3 months. Like
What
it
the
was
shit?
it was bad, and I kept
Hell.
spotting, and I was
I
like,
have
okay,
a
the
life.
spotting will stop, right? Like I was like, oh, it's spotting, so I will stop. No, it kept spotting, and
No,
then it
you
started
got a
back
life.
up again. It was like, oh, so period, spot, period again. Like this is bad. I'm going through so many pads and tampons. It's also expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the pink tags.
Yeah, so I stopped that one. But like now I'm on IUD. I love it. I absolutely love it. I have had this for I think 4 years now. And I don't get any periods whatsoever. I have not bought a tampon for 4 years now.
That should get expensive.
It's a
yo.
problem. It's a
It-
problem.
it is a problem.
I asked her multiple times for help. And
I
she
know
did not
it's
help.
so bad because like I was listening to his podcast where this guy also carries some things because like for his wife or whatever, like we'll have it. And I used to carry it because like people ask me, and now I don't carry shit. Which is sad. Was like I should carry it because like there's other people around me who may need it, but not that many ask me besides you, and I never have anything on me.
I'm always prepared.
I know.
I'm prepared now. Yeah.
The pain hits me immediately. I know.
Yeah, I used to be prepared. Now I'm not, and now I need to be. But then I will have to buy a full pack again. Like I'm not kidding. I've not bought any of those products for 4 years now. It's nice. I do like IUD. It's was uncomfortable putting in, and it's gonna be uncomfortable taking out. But I don't feel it.
Okay, so I just want to say before I say my thing, like, do you hear their stories and how horrible and like stuff it is? Like, but they made it. Women are strong.
You have to go through a bunch of
He's
phones.
like the shit
for
that
it
we have to put, like, compared
Yeah.
to a man who throws on a fucking condom or gets a vasectomy or whatever, which we'll have to get more into the other shit they need to be
Yes,
doing.
yes.
But like, look at the stuff that they have to put their bodies through, which affects their hormones, affects their mood, affects like everything. Like
Personality.
She got depressed. She bled for 3 months. Like, hell no, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Put a man through that shit. See how he does that. I'm
think I have mood
I'm not
swings,
trying to
too.
diss y'all men either.
Yeah.
I am not trying to diss any man right now. But Jesus Christ, man, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
No.
QPL asks, that sounds horrible. Do you use hormonal therapy on top of condoms or as a substitute for them?
No, Oh, substitute usually.
Depends.
If you're like with a long-term partner, condoms.
So essentially, what you're asking, are you using birth control
And
on
condoms?
top of
Yeah.
condoms or substitute them? I guess it depends on a person. It depends on who you with.
Yeah.
I use birth control because I don't trust the guy to be carrying condom all the time, even though that's the least of the thing you need to carry. Just carry a condom, like it's not a big of a deal. Two, always carry two. But I like if I'm having a new partner, then yeah, like it has to be both. But if it's a
Yes.
long term, then my birth control will suffice.
Definitely, like if you're with a new partner, even if you're in birth control, have them wear a condom. You don't know where they've been, and you honestly they don't know where you've been, kind of thing either. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
But like if you have made a relationship and you guys are together for like months and you guys are talking, you can become like you have the talk like, hey, I'm not fucking anybody else and you're not. Then keep the birth control, but the condom can go.
Normalize taking STD tests after a new partner.
Yes.
It is okay to do so.
So normal.
It is not only for you, but also the future people you're gonna see. Like it's
Like
good.
Like it's a human's life on your hands, technically, dude. Like don't do that to somebody else.
Shout out to Berserker who
Berserker.
subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much for the
Thank you,
subscription. So I did notice some very nice comments about women and how, people appreciate, men especially appreciate, everything that women do. We understand a lot of these problems are systemic. They are also designed by men, but not all men. Speaking of, not all men, there's one of my favorite YouTuber, Johnny Harris, who made a video about male contraception, and I had the girls watch it.
Really
Yes.
good, really good.
As a homework for this podcast. What did you guys think?
We should definitely throw that link in this podcast on YouTube
Yes.
for everybody to watch. I think it's so it's so important.
Very.
But
yeah.
I learned a lot from it too. Like, obviously birth control, the pill especially, it could be bad, it could be good, because you heard it like regulate people's periods for Marketa, but it also can be very hormonal for somebody and like ruin their freaking life too in a way. So like it's a good and bad thing. What I learned a lot about is like Planned Parenthood, honestly. I didn't know the origins of Planned Parenthood to the full extent.
Yeah, I didn't know either experiment
Yeah.
and the racist person who started this.
Literally. So like even though this woman started Planned Parenthood, for like women's rights and women's body, but it was also a way to control fucking like who like weeding out the weak basically, which is so fucked up, dude. But before we get into all
Not the weak, just also the brown.
the brown and everything too, like So before
brown.
and then like I also got to learn in that podcast like the new forms of male contraceptions are being like made now, which is so trials and everything, which is so interesting. And I hope they pass, because I feel like it's just as fair for men to do something about their bodies as women, and maybe that'll change some how people feel today and the things that we're going through today. And it's just like with one last thing with the birth control and the way they experimented people in Puerto Rico was really messed up. So like they went to Puerto Rico and had women. They didn't tell the women what like that it was experimental, but they told them what it was, and the doses were so high. Women quit the experiment. Some women died, unfortunately, which was really sad. And but now we have the birth control pill, and it's like so fucked up, but we have it now. And then I hope and some men now trials are being ended because they felt something bad, and they're not
Like the same side effects that
they're
feel
feeling
from
some side
birth
effects. I'm
control.
not saying men have to die. I'm not asking anybody to die, but like the trials that women had to go through for us to have all these contraceptives, and then like I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have something before I go?
No, go.
Okay.
Go for it.
I think watching that video, I was disappointed with one thing, that I assumed badly that there were multiple male birth controls that have been tested on or been worked on for a while, knowing that it's something that's just being tested and worked on now, when females have like 8 or 9 or 10 like multiple different forms of birth control. Not all are perfect. And I mean, I think the one thing was like there was a study done on the male birth control pill, and somebody asked a question about like what do we think about it, and the thing like that study was canceled because of the side effects, and the side effects was essentially the same side effects that our female birth control pill has right now, and it's approved by the FDA, and it's on the market. So male's study got canceled because they felt moody, they had acne, and essentially
lower libido.
and lower libido. Like
Hello. She didn't
That's-
have a sex drive.
yeah, like that's essentially already part of female birth control, and that was like, okay, that's fine, we'll pass this. And I guess females had just been conditioned with that's just gonna be part of it. But when the males had tried to be like, oh no, we're not gonna take this on.
Women
it was
are
like, why didn't
strong.
we get this choice that we don't want to take this on either?
So yeah, I think that one thing in that video that I learned was that the men in the trial actually wanted
Kept going,
they wanted the trials to continue, but because of the FDA regulations around male
Contraception.
no, just like the FDA standards and just like what is acceptable for a man to have as a side effect is different as compared to what a woman can have a side effect. This is a whole systemic thing that I don't really want to get into because it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I think for men having only two options between condoms, which are just very like
You still can get
physical
pregnant.
and like you can feel it. It does, affect the quality of sex you have. It's not reliable. It can just fucking fall off and you don't even know about it. You know what I mean? It's just
getting lost in you. Oh my god.
yeah. It's not ideal solution, and it's very like this is a thing that people used like centuries ago.
Ever. Yeah.
So like we haven't made progress here at all. Just change the material. And the other option for men is vasectomy, which is reversible, but it's still it's very
surgical,
invasive.
Yeah.
And
You can pull out.
yeah, that's the third option. Pull
Yeah,
out.
that's a
question
Don't do it. That's
mark.
not an option.
Pulling
That is
out.
not an option.
And so like I feel like if men had the option, because I feel like we have all these different options as women to regulate whether or not we get pregnant, which is great, but it's also like we've already discussed like the ways in which it
Can
affects us negatively. And we just decided to suck it up and get on with it, for one reason or another. Everybody has their reasons.
I mean, we had
But-
to, right? Because
yeah.
we can't have abortion.
Exactly. Well, especially now. We can't
we
even
just
have
have to
abortion,
suck
so
it up.
fuck it. But for men, they can't really do shit because the only thing they can really use is condoms or have vasectomy.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of men would actually appreciate having more options. Whether that's like, I know that there were some trials in that video that were mentioned about like also injection.
Oh,
That
so
like
for the male?
would,
Yeah.
that would like kill the sperm or slow down the sperm. So
There's
it would-
a gel. They said that like
Yeah, a gel.
Yeah, so like how like Navi mentioned IUDs painful going in and going out. The male would have a gel injection in the groin. Yes, it will hurt, but it will block off basically the sperm going to
I think it said it makes the sperm slower.
dissolves it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Basically, it's a gel that goes in your groin, and then to
Make 'em
get that
lippy.
out whenever you're ready, years whatever, just like an IUD, it's another syringe that takes that gel out.
Yeah.
So it is something that might be plausible. And then there's another one too where they rub it on their skin. I think somewhere I forgot.
Something. And yeah, I think end of the day, we do need, you're right, we need more options for male, and they can make their own choice, like which way they want to go. Like, yeah, some things a little bit more painful, but may last longer. We don't have to worry about it. And I think, yeah, the one thing about this whole abortion discussion that's been missing is that, females cannot get pregnant by themselves. It's on both parties. So let's make sure like both parties are equally put responsibility on it. Like, yeah, like females just can't have pregnant on, like if they are pregnant, then have them both decide it together. Like it's not always like if I get pregnant, like yeah, it might be my choice. It is my choice to pick whichever, but depending on who I'm with, I do want them to know and be like, hey, I'm gonna make this choice, but you just know. I guess depends on who it is. But if you're in a relationship like long term, it is both of you guys' discussion, and then maybe both of you guys don't feel that place to have a kid. Why force the kid on them? I know we went on sideways, but going back to the contraception, knowing that the vasectomy is temporary, and it's just like you can start working like right there, like that same day. I feel like that should be more discussed, and it's not. Because everybody thinks vasectomy is permanent. No. And that's what I thought too for a while.
Reversible.
And then I was like, but no, it's reversible. Then why wouldn't you just do that and then fuck whoever you want? Like,
Yeah.
just
So it's funny because at the protest I went to right after, that overturn happened,
yeah,
there was this old lady holding a very tiny sign.
yeah.
And I was like, I really want to know what it is. So I like had to go closer because I couldn't see shit. And she just like starts talking to me. And she was from a family of like 9.
Oh, wow.
She said she was from like a traditional Catholic family. So they
Yeah.
had a lot of kids. They didn't really believe in like parent like planning or just like, safe sex or anything like that. It was just like reproduce. Sex for pleasure doesn't exist. Just reproduce. So she's just telling me how basically because they were also very poor, having 9 kids was extremely challenging and
Expensive.
it strained their relationship so much
Yeah.
that they actually divorced eventually because they were
no.
not happy. So she's like, yeah, all this happened to me in my life because my family didn't believe in, like, first of all, I think at the time it wasn't even like able to
Yeah.
get abortion, but like they didn't believe in this, so they wouldn't, even if it was an option, they wouldn't take it. And she's like, yeah, then she was like, yeah, I had abortion, like it improved my life, it helped me get back on my feet. I would
Yeah.
probably end up homeless if I had the kid right there and then.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you have valid points. And then like get to her sign finally. And it just says that all men should get vasectomies. And she's just like pitching it to me. She's like, basically, if, men, as soon as they're like 13, 14, they finally have like these thoughts, they're in puberty, they produce sperm, have vasectomy. Whenever then you are ready to have kids, whether that's before or after marriage, that's none of our business. But whenever you are ready to have kids with your partner that wants to also have kids,
You can
reverse
it.
your vasectomy.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's such a good
I
idea.
can't argue.
Yeah. And I'm
argue
curious to
against
see people in the chat what you think about it. Obviously, we are not males who will end up having a vasectomy, but the idea of like, having this just procedure that's reversible when you're young and then you make a choice when you're capable to do that, it will result in so many unwanted pregnancy during teenage years because that's when it messes really up.
Yeah.
I'm really curious. I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea, but I wouldn't want to mandate anybody what they need to do with their bodies. Like, I don't want it for myself, and it's happening to me right now. So, like, and I don't want to wish the same thing on men.
Yeah.
Like, force them to
But it is a perspective that everybody should consider because if it is happening to us, like, why the fuck is that not an option on the table then?
And I think the other thing we forget to talk about, that, females can't have abortion, right? It's also impacting guys because, like, the guys will have to, like, apparently, hopefully, the good guys just staying around to help and pay and all that stuff.
Take care of her, get back on her feet.
Exactly. Like, it might not affect all the men, but, like, it does impact men at certain points. Like, maybe it impacts, like, family members, right? Like, maybe the guy is not there to take care of, but the family members will have to take care of him. Like, it's not a one person. It takes a village to raise a kid. So it's not just her who's being impacting, it's everybody.
If I ever got married and had kids, I would want, and I was done having kids, I would love for my partner to give vasectomy so like we can just get wild together in our old age.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
My
so
kids,
sad.
don't you just want to have fun now? We had the kids.
So mom, Radha, everything ever living would get a vasectomy. I prefer to just wear a condom, would get a vasectomy over my girl having her tubes tied though.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because like when they tie your tubes, don't they like laser it or something? It's not really tying.
It's not, that procedure is irreversible.
Yeah, it's irreversible. Like they burn your tube, like they burn that like entranceway.
So this was a heavy topic, but we had to bring it up and we had to talk about this because it's happening right now. Lastly, I do want to close on a more empowering note because there is still ways you can prevent this and you can fight back and make your voice heard. So please, if you are living in one of those states where this ban has not been put in place yet, state of Indiana is one of them. And what you need to do is look up the dates of when your representatives have sessions and hearing about this, and when they're planning to implement this and be there, cause problems. Be loud, be problematic, make yourself heard, make yourself seen, because you may affect the future for a lot of people. So if you
Do it
have,
safely.
if
Do
you
it
have
safely,
the
yeah.
privilege, if you have the privilege, if you can afford and allow yourself the time off to go there and be loud, do it, please.
It helps. It helps. I mean, that's all we have, right? Protesting is the one main thing we can make our voice
And
heard. A lot
vote.
of change. Yeah, a lot of change
Voting.
we have done in this country is due to protesting and voting.
Absolutely.
Don't think your vote doesn't matter. My God, does it matter?
Yeah, it does. So, and do it more locally, because clearly federal government could have done this, put this into a law a long time ago. And it's not a Democrat or Republican agenda.
But you
because,
know,
like,
if only they had your $15,
Yeah.
they would have happened.
my God,
Those texts do get annoying though.
so annoying.
I'll go vote and I will support, but like stop texting me for money all the time. I've got money, man. Give me money. I'll support
The only
you.
person I ever sent money to was Bernie Sanders, and I don't regret.
He has bought their
anything.
cool ass sweaters
I have
too.
no
Such a-
regrets.
yeah.
I will never send money to Democrats
regrets.
or Republicans. Fuck them both.
Yeah, but yeah, fun times,
I
guys.
feel like this was a very educational, and fun. You heard about the boys and their knowledge.
Yeah.
But this was all around just like educational. I hope you guys thought we had a good conversation together and that you learned something. We enjoyed chatting with you guys on the chat. YouTube world, if you're watching this on YouTube, we do this live on Twitch every Friday. Do. As of right now, we're live on Fridays. Time might change, but join us next time on Twitch. We'll be live again. Boys are always live on Twitch for podcasts. Come join us. It's a lot of fun. And comment below on YouTube like your thoughts about this. We would love to hear
Yes,
it.
let us know what other things you'd like us to dispute and just expose.
We're not doctors and we're not therapists.
The things you want to know about the mythical clitoris and other mythical things on women's bodies, we will talk about it. Did you know we have a pee hole that is not the vagina?
Yeah, do you know there's 3 holes?
I know. I had to learn
That's
that.
the other
Seriously,
thing.
Like growing up, I was shocked I had that.
That's the one thing I found out when we were watching Orange is the New Black. I think that's the one thing that people didn't know. And I thought everybody knew. And I was like, wait, you don't know those are 2 different holes? It's like, yes,
dude.
there's 3 total. It's like,
I learned
You
in
know-
some TV show like in my early 20s. I was like, huh?
The female body is a mystery. We want shame. If
Yeah.
you have questions, we will answer them. And
Have safe
also,
sex.
yes, have safe sex. Get tested.
Vote.
Also vote, yes. And if you want to see the boys experience period pain, join our Patreon. I will absolutely torture them. And we will see you again in August, where this topic will come back with a part 2. Maybe we'll have some of the boys share their experience with you guys. And then we will answer more of your questions. So please comment and let us know what you want to know.
Until then, we're about to raid. We're gonna raid. I'm gonna go just see who we can raid. I love you guys.
love you guys. Yeah.
I need to go climb more because I feel like I'm growing a muscle.
Yeah.
And I just want to be able to do the and just be like,
You know, funny thing is, KB, my brother, he always flex. And I'm like, and when I flex, you can't feel anything. He's like, flex. I'm like, I am flexing.
yeah, I have nothing. But
you can feel it now, but it's very tiny.
yeah.
What did Kevin Crown Music? Compared to everybody.
Oh, with,
That's-
yes.
Raid.